Shalom, people. What up, man? This is your boy, y'all's chosen one, and so are you. If you're trying to keep the commandments of the Most High, His words, statutes, and commandments, man, if you're trying to do what's right, because if you love y'all, you'll try to keep His commandments and the statutes that He gave you, man. Today is December 25th. It's no particular day. It's just another day. And while the world celebrates their version of the winter solstice, I'm just trying to tell you how the hell, Satan has deceived the world. He has Revelation 12 verse 9, right? Deceive this world by simps, man. It's the simplest stuff, man. People just take and they just follow it, man. Got a lot of simple people out there, man. All right, so y'all know the winter solstice, right? Winter solstice. Celebrated at this time of year. Scandinavian Norsemen, and winter solstice has been celebrated, for some centuries now. So, it's a 12-day celebration. You burn a Yule log for 12 days. That's why that's why when you go in some people's house and people mimic what they see on TV and stuff like that, especially as Hebrews, man, we try to imitate everything, man. Especially the ones that kind of make it big and get some money. They try to do everything. These heathens do. And they're like, oh, this is living. I made it. And they try to do everything that they do, When in Rome, do as Romans do. That'll give you a one-way ticket to hell. That's what it'll do. But, you got to figure out, man, prior to pre-Christian Rome, this date had a significant meaning to pagan people, man. I could preach on about this. Some of you may not know. Some of you may be ignorant to it. You know what I'm saying? You may be ignorant, but I'm sure you heard it. But some of you are going to keep on doing it because Yah knows my heart. Hell yeah. All right. Well, when you get the truth and you don't accept it, man, then He knows that your heart is stiff-necked and that you're a complete idiot and that somebody like you needs to be destroyed because you probably be the one to take a chip or something like that. Even though when you're reading Revelation, it's like, don't receive this mark. You'll be probably the ones that take that mark. You know what I'm saying? Now, you guys, when you do your study, just do your study. Just look into some books, look into it. Now, you ever heard of Mithra? Mithra, M-I-T-H-R-A, or Mithras, whatever. Guess what date Mithras was born on? Yeah, December 25th, right? God of the unconquered sun. And here we go with that sun worship again, man. And I tell you, motherfuckers, you keep going to Sunday school and keep going to church on Sunday. It all goes back to Nimrod and pagan worshiping, man. It all goes back to Nimrod. Even today, Nimrod has still got a grasp on this world, man. The first world conqueror. And that's why these elitists and these Egypt, that's why, when they go to war in Iraq and stuff, they trying to find stuff in them tombs and everything, man. They trying to find things around that Mesopotamian area pertaining to artifacts and things like that, because that's going to lead to something as in the days of Noah, man. They're going to try to extract DNA from some of these mummies and stuff. They trying to find different things over there. But I'm going off track, man, because we talking about Christmas, Christmas, this day, Christ Mass, that was just given to us, man. And this is just another case of, Hebrews, us being enslaved, man. Physically, you're not enslaved, but your mind is entrapped. It's entrapped. You got to kick that stuff out, man. You got to start opening up your damn mind and stop being a simpleton. You know what I'm saying? Open up your mind. Read up on the holiday called Saturnalia. Before this so-called Christianity doctrine, and Christianity ain't no better because they pretty much adopted, these pagan ways. So read up on Saturnalia, man. You ever heard the Rascals song "Nature of the Threat"? He talks about he even talks about Saturnalia. He said when men got drunk, effed each other and beat their wife. That's what Saturnalia was, man. It was just a big old party, big old homosexual, and they were just doing all kinds of stuff. And they did this from December 17th to 24th. So as you can see, this Mithras birthday became in Christianity converted over to Jesus' birthday. That's a day that they had to have in because pagans wouldn't accept it. This is a day that we like to celebrate. So the Christians indoctrinated that into their religion. You know what I'm saying? They indoctrinated that into their religion. Now, you can go and read about it, more about the Saturnalia stuff. People had open sex in the streets, little kids, little boys and girls kissing each other, engaging in homosexual activity, doing all kinds of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? About in the 1600s, these Puritans, and that's the reason why they try to escape religious persecution when they came over, because they still wanted to practice that queer stuff, man. Bacchus, Saturn, they still wanted to practice that stuff. Even as late as 1828, there was rioting, there was savagery because they was trying to take out, this Christmas. It was a debate over it, man. And these idiots, a lot of people knew that it was paganism. The people higher up knew it was paganism, but hell no, they want to incorporate it. That's a date that Nimrod would love for us to have, man. You see things on the back of our dollar bill relates to Egypt. It has nothing to do with English, but relates to Egypt and stuff like that. And there is sorcery in Egypt, man. There's sorcery in that. You know what I'm saying? So the debate was over. You ever heard of Charles Dickens and this story called The Christmas Carol? So when that touching, feeling book came out, man, there was no doubt that Christmas had to be incorporated into American culture. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, Christmas, it has to be the most wonderful time of the year. A lot of sorcery going on. A lot of wicked spirits and demons are going around here today. Guaranteed, man. Guaranteed. Right in your own house. The easiest way to see that, you so-called Christian. I know you probably, oh, I just read the New Testament. Yeah, well, you keep reading there's stuff in the New Testament too I can pull out. But you read Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1, and you can't tell me that ain't talking about a goddamn Christmas tree. What you doing is you're giving reverence to Nimrod. Now you read the whole story about Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, and Semiramis is Nimrod's wife / mother, and you can see that there's lots of things that can be drawn out of that story. Is that so many of these so-called holidays derive from Nimrod, man. We got the Trinity that can be broken up out of this. We got the Trinity that can be broken up. We got this Christmas stuff. We got Easter, Ishtar, all this stuff, Queen of Heaven. We got all this stuff that can derive, sun worship. We got a lot of stuff that can derive from Nimrod and Semiramis, man. A lot of stuff that's going down through the ages. That's why when Masons, when you see some of these stuff, man, it derives from, this Babylonian, Egyptian stuff, man. And they know stuff. They do this stuff. A lot of the connotations they had derived from what those fallen Malachim, the technology that they gave to some of these people. Nimrod was a giant, man. He was a giant. And one of those, and Ham's wife, she probably has some of that Nephilim DNA still in her too. You know what I'm saying? All right. And what's this thing about Santa Claus, man? Santa Claus was originally a real man. He was Saint Nicholas out of Russia. He was known for opening up orphanages in Russia. And what he would do, he would give kids presents and stuff like that. And So they took that concept and you know, gave it the concept of Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas. In Germany, he's known as Odin. You know, you know, it was this Norse god that, you know, you better stay in your house or he come and destroy stuff. I've got the whole thing about it, but you can read up on it. You know what I'm saying? Now getting back to Nimrod. Now the story of Nimrod was that he died. His wife Semiramis set up a tree. It was a pine tree, and what it was is that people would bring up gifts to Nimrod became this tree, and he would give. I think it was like people bring gifts to Nimrod and stuff like that, and then he was what do you call that when you come to life again? Reincarnated into a Yule log, and that's where Tammuz comes in place and stuff like that. It's weird. And guess what date Nimrod was born on? Yep, December 25th, man. December 25th. I'm gonna go into this Bible real fast. I want you to turn to Mark chapter 8, verse 38. Turn to Mark chapter 8, verse 38. I'll give you some time, man. All right. Mark chapter 8, verse 38. And it reads, "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he cometh in the glory of his Father with his holy angels." So if you're ashamed to mention to somebody that this is paganism, you know, and that you're gonna keep doing Christmas and that you're just gonna do the worldly things of this world, then the Most High is gonna be what? The Most High is gonna be ashamed of you when He comes back. You want to keep doing worshiping things that's don't have anything to do with Christ or Yahweh. You have nothing. They have absolutely nothing to do with Yahweh or His Son Yehoshua. You know what I'm saying? Has nothing to do with him. I mean Yah and His Son Yehoshua has nothing to do with it. Let's see. Let's go to 1 Timothy 4th chapter verse 1. Let's go to 1 Timothy 4 verse 1. All right. 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. All right, man. What does that mean? Now, we're in the latter times, man, and you're departing from the faith, man. There is no reason for you not to have knowledge of some things going on in this world, because you have the internet highway. You have the information highway. You have the internet. You have the internet. Everything that I'm telling you today, look it up. I'm not a racist or anything, but I do speak to my Hebrews first, because we're the one that's lost and everything like that. We're the ones that have lost our identity, and furthermore, it's up to us as a people to get this world, to bring the salt, to be the salt of this world and the light of this world. It's not up to these heathens. These heathens gonna do what they do, but it's for us to show them how to worship the Most High and who's to be given reverence and praise. All right. So again, if you don't know what Christmas is, it means Christ Mass. And your little pedophile priest up there, you know, bringing everybody together, all the little pedophiles and stuff like that. So we'll just go, you know, I'm going to stick with the Bible here for a while. Let's go to Colossians. And we on chapter 2, verse 8. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. I mean, the most High keeps giving you, he keeps giving you things that people try to do. They try to, and especially in this day and age, man, you know, you got all these atheists, agnostics, these new age people. You got all this dumb stuff coming up, man. And you better have your, you better be armed, man. You better be, you have your gospel armor on, man. You better be coming with, because they coming with the most stupidest and the most deceitful stuff, man, to try to trick you, man. Even if you're well groomed in the Bible, man, they try to come at you with all this Scientology stuff, man, and all this stuff, man. This Christmas stuff has nothing to do with Yah, man. Has nothing to do with Yah. Has nothing to do with Yehoshua. Not at all. All right, give you another one. Let's see what. Let's just see. Let's go to John. You know, just want to. So-called Christians going to the New Testament with it, man. Let's go to John. And let's go to 10 verse 22. And what was Yehoshua doing at this time? Let's see. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. Yehoshua wasn't doing no goddamn Christmas, man. He was doing a feast of dedication, which you get that back in Leviticus chapter 23 or 25. Your feast days, your real holy days, your real holidays. That's what Yehoshua was doing, man. He wasn't even thought about. He wasn't celebrating no goddamn. He wasn't celebrating no goddamn Christmas or anything pagan at that time. He was celebrating the feast of dedication in the winter. Okay. All right. Let's go to Luke. Luke chapter 2 verse 5. Luke chapter 2 verse 5. And it reads, all right, let's go to verse 4. And Joseph also went up into Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David. So we know he was of Judah. He was from the lineage of David. To be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. All right. So when are you taxed? Tax season is in what time? It's in springtime. So there's no way in hell that Christmas, Christ's birthday, is in goddamn December. You know, you heard all the stuff about, you know, the shepherds aren't out there. They're not out there tending to their flocks, man. The tax season was in springtime. Okay? Bunch of idiots, man. All right. Let's get down deeper, man. Let's go to Genesis. First book in the Bible. Let's go to Genesis. We're on chapter 10. Go to verse 8. All right. Who is this dude? And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yah. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yah. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Erech, Akkad, Calneh in the land of Shinar. All right, so now we see who this guy is. He was the world's first dictator. All the way back, you know, however many thousand years ago it was, this guy still has an influence on this world. Still brought the deceitfulness, still brought the confusion. He still brought all these sorceries and wickedness, and he was a giant. If you look at some of the pictures of Nimrod, he's holding a lion. He's holding a lion in his hand like a cat. His sorceries and everything is still taking precedence today, man. That's why all these wicked people in the top today are trying to, I guarantee you, they're trying to extract DNA and trying to find some of these mummies of these old people, man. I guarantee you, man. They're freaking wicked people, man. All right. So, like I said from the beginning, let's go back down to Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1, and let's see here. Wait a minute. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. All right, Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. And you cannot tell me, whether you're a Christian or not, you can't tell me that this isn't about a goddamn Christmas tree, man. Hear the word Yah speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yah, learn not the way of the heathen. Who are heathens? Heathens are not Israelites. They are people, they are not Israelites. Okay? They're heathens. They do what they do. We are the peculiar people of the Most High, so it is up to us to teach the world of how to really worship Yah. These heathens are doing what a heathen would do. They pray. They're gonna whore after any kind of God that comes along. You, being a people of the Most High, you are set to a different standard. Okay, it's great being an Israelite as long as you obey the commandments. But when you do something wrong, it is bad on us, as we witness in our slavery and everything else. Okay, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. They look at the zodiac sign. You reading your page in your newspaper today. You see zodiacs and, oh, I'm a Leo. I'm a Taurus. I don't give a damn about all that stuff, man. That junk is ignorant. Don't be dismayed by that stuff. The Most High said, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Okay, you see a lunar eclipse. Okay, we know it's the moon passing by the sun or whatever the hell, or vice versa. I don't know, solar eclipse, whatever. Don't be dismayed by this stuff, man. They are infatuated on this zodiac stuff and tarot cards and goddamn Ouija boards and stuff like that. Don't be dismayed over that dumbass stuff, man. Verse 2. For the customs of the people, who are the people? These heathens. These idiots. These heathens. They don't know any better. Some of them do know any better, but hell, they don't care. That's why you're an Israelite. You're the peculiar people. You have to be the salt of this world. Be the light that shines in this world. Give the word to the people. And if they continue to do wrong, hell, let them be heathens. That's what they are. And for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. Okay, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. The work of the hands of the workman with the axe. All right, so what does that tell you? Somebody's going out to the forest to cut a tree down. All right. Now listen to this. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Well, what does that tell you right there? What does that tell you? The same thing that you do today. So you can buy all these little ornament things at Walmart, but it's a ritual, man. It's a ritual. You buy these, well, you can go to Walmart and buy one for $30, but if you got money, you go down, chop down a tree, you fasten it at the house so it can stand erect. And then you put, you don't put real gold around it anymore. You put what do you call that stuff, that tinsel? I don't know what it's called. That, you put, what color is it? It's silver and gold, right? So their traditions ain't changing. They just got a new modern day format how to do it, but it's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They deck with silver gold, they fasten with nails so they don't move. You don't want your Christmas tree to fall down. Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree. Palm tree is Baal Tamar. You read that in Judges 20 verse 33. But they speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. So Nimrod's dead. People bow down, put these Christmas gifts on the tree. That you're doing a ritual. Is what you're doing. You're not just putting gifts on the Christmas tree so the kids can get up in the morning. You're doing a ritual, whether you're doing it ignorantly or whether you know what the hell you're doing. But you're doing an absolute ritual. This is a ritual, idiots. That is also, with the fir tree, is Baal Berith. That's the mother of Adonis. All right, let's keep reading. Oh, they cannot do either. Neither also is it in them to do good. They can't do anything, man. And you're out there busting your ass, spending all this money to get these Christmas gifts for your kids. I work for a computer company, and I go to different stores and I see parents just going absolutely gaga and crazy, going in debt to get kids all this stuff and thinking they a good mom or a good parent. Like, man, that kid don't need all that stuff. He's a 5-year-old kid. And you busting your tail to get this, and next month you're gonna be in debt. Oh, I'm just woe out. Yeah? Well, what good did all that do you? That don't make you a good parent. Verse 6, for as much as there is none like unto thee, Yah, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Alright. So, let's keep reading. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doeth it appertain. For as much as among all the wise men of the nations and in all their kingdoms there is none like unto thee. There's none like you, Yah. There is none like you, Yah. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. What they do, what you're doing, man. Yah is not looking at you. Yehoshua is not looking at you. He's not looking at you. They're not saying, man, that's a good parent. They got him all that stuff. Wow, what a good parent. They're looking at that as vanity, it's vainness, it's dumb, it's idiotic, and the Most High don't give a damn about that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give a damn about that. It's like, good for you. You got that stuff, but what you're doing, you worshiping something that you don't need to be doing. You're just doing it. You're mimicking something that you have no clue, because traditions of men have taught you to do this year after year. But you're an absolute idiot. All right, verse 9. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz. The work of the workmen, and of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They all are at the work of cunning men, very, very, very smart men, bright men. But Yah is true. But Yah is the true power. He is the living power and an everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. All right. That's where I'm going to stop. All right, go one more. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods with the little g, that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. That's right, God dang it. Way to go, Yah. Bust all these so-called fallen Nephilim, these people that we praise as. But Satan ass, but Simyaza, all those people that fell from that came down to Mount Hermon, get all of them. Throw them all in Tarshish, throw them all in Sheol, and be rid of them, because they can't challenge Yah. Ain't none of them can challenge Yah. And all these stupid Egyptologists worshiping, Osiris and Ra and these sun gods, bust all their, throw them all down the Sheol, man. Get rid of their ass for good, Yah. For weakening and crushing the nations. Get rid of all they ass. Because they ain't did nothing but corrupt this world. You know what I'm saying? You made everything great, and them doggone fallen angels came down, corrupted everything, and Lucifer giving all this freaking stupid technology. And now people try to bust ass to get this. It's all vanity, man. You can have all the book sense in the world, man. Ain't nothing compared to my Bible, man. Nothing. All right. So, let's see. Let's go to Isaiah 5, verse 20. Isaiah 5, verse 20. All right. Isaiah 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So woe unto you who think that you doing good, you doing bad things is good, and you do, and if I do something good, you say, oh, he's an idiot, he's doing evil, man, he's a devil worshiper. Woe to you, man. Woe to you. When you find yourself, Israelites, man, when you preaching, when I see y'all brothers out in the streets, man, and I got nothing but respect for you, man. I want to start preaching on the streets too. I have nothing but respect for you guys, man, because I know you get ridiculed. I know you get called all kinds of names and chastised. I know, man. I know what you go through, man. But I love you brothers, man, for getting out there and preaching this, man. I watch you all the time. I've been learning myself. And I thank Yah, man, that you guys are out there giving it your all every time you get on the streets, man. I thank y'all, man. I thank you so much, man. I thank y'all so much. Uh, so getting back to this cat Nimrod, man, he was the first world Mason, man. He was the one that was first teaching, all this stuff about, masonry. He was a world ruler. He was smart. He like knew all this stuff these fallen angels had given to him, man. This forbidden knowledge that the Most High told the angels not to give man. But he learned that stuff from these fallen angels, and he was teaching man all this stuff. So he was considered a god in himself. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like behind the scenes right now with our world leaders. They have an agenda. It was given out by somebody. These Illuminati, this stuff is real. And what they're worshiping is Satan, man. In their own sorcery, they have the power because Satan has given them this forbidden knowledge, but it's going to be all to naught because he's going to wipe their tail out. And at the end, all they little underground caves and stuff, you know what the Most High is going to say? They're going to try to come out the caves and it's like, fall on us, hide us from Yah, hide us from Yah. Obliterate their tail, man, because they need to be obliterated. All right. So let's get back to this Nimrod cat, man. Once again, his mother / wife was Semiramis. They did have a son. He had a son. His name was Mardon. Actually, in the book of Jasher, you read that he had a son named Mardon, but his Semiramis' illegitimate child was Tammuz. But when Nimrod died, she had to come with the story. So, because Tammuz, he was illegitimate. I don't think that was Nimrod's son, but somehow Semiramis became this goddess because she said somehow how this guy Tammuz got birthed. It's some ridiculous story, but everybody believed in that was the rebirth, was the reincarnation of Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? Tammuz was the reincarnation of Nimrod. So from that, man, you can get all kinds of things from that concept. You can get the Trinity. You got Semiramis, Tammuz, and Nimrod. Just like Horus, Cyrus, and Osiris, and Shiva, Vishnu, and what's the other one? That Hindu Trinity? I forgot. But from that, man, you can get a lot of things out of that, man. You can, just that alone, you can get a lot of stuff. Throughout the centuries, they've been called like Marduk and Baal in Babylonian, Horus and Osiris in Egyptian, Molech in Canaanite, Apollo and Mithras, and that's in Grecians. You just read up on that. And Shamash in Assyrian. These are all people, goes back to Nimrod. Just different names, same concept, same person, Nimrod. Now, what are some other names for this holiday called Christmas? We got the winter solstice, which is celebrated differently by people around the world. The Zagmuk, the Zayesh, who the Persians do, and the Scandinavian call it the Yule season. So it's different names. It's the same thing, just in Christianity they call it Christmas. You know what I'm saying? How the Yule log thing worked was that the Yule log burned all night, all the time, and it burned until the log's embed died. And magically, after all that happened, a tree with these gifts around it came up, and the Yule log represented Nimrod, and also the Christmas tree represented Tammuz, which is Nimrod reincarnated, which is born on December 25th. That's where you get this whole concept of this Christmas tree, Yule log, all this bullcrap of Christmas. All right. The son of Iris, it's also the queen of heaven, is Semiramis. I'm almost done here. These are all my notes. And all these, like I said, all these holidays goes back to Nimrod. Christmas just being the one that's the most celebrated majorly by, around the world. Actually, the whole world is deceived. But you can also pin this back to Lent and also to Easter too. And when that comes up, I'll do a video on Easter whenever that comes up. So What do you get from all this? December 25th is not the birth of Christ, but a Nimrod. Revelation 12 verse 9, man. Do not be deceived. I know you're smart. I know you probably hate me for not liking Christmas, but if you're smart and you're intelligent, instead of getting mad at me, why don't you go do the research for yourself, man? Instead of thinking, you know, like with your emotions, think with your mind, man. Use that brain that the Most High gave you, man. Instead of getting mad and because I'm going against what you already think with your customs and traditions, think about what I'm saying, man. Just think about what I'm saying. And once again, think about why it's December 25th. Think about why those Christians had to adopt that date in order to satisfy the pagans. Think about that, man. Think about all that thing. In order for Christianity to become a religion, think about who the people they were trying to appease. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about the things they had to adopt in order for people to convert to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can go to the mistletoe and so that's druidic superstition. You know, read about mistletoe. That's all that stuff is superstition. Wreaths on doors and stuff like that. That's all goes back to superstition. You know what I'm saying? Now Leviticus 23 gives you your actual feast days, your real holy days that you're supposed to do, man. Your Passover and all that stuff. Leviticus 23 actually gives you the days that you're supposed to be doing. All right. And I'll go to one last chapter to finish it off, brothers and sisters. And I hope you stomp today, man. I hope you absolutely push away that spirit of Christmas today, man. That spirit of Nimrod today. So once you go to Amos chapter 5 verse 21 and see what the Most High has to say about these so-called holy days, these holidays that you celebrate year round. I hate. When they say I hate, the Most High said he hates. Now, whoever said the Most High is all love, yeah, he's love, all right. But God dang it, it's a time for war. That's a time for peace. There's a time for hate. There's a time for love. And the Most High hates. He's got emotions just like you and me, man. He made you in His image. So all the feelings that you have, He has them too. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assembly. The Most High say He won't even smell in your solemn assembly. You cooking all that ham and all that nasty, unclean food, man. He don't even want to be anywhere part of it because he already knows it's worship, man. It's devil worship. The heck he want to be doing around that stuff, man? He gonna destroy that stuff one day. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, which is disgusting, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beast. He also goes on to say, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, oh Christmas tree, all these stupid Christmas carols. He can't stand that stuff. For I will not hear the melody of thy viol. So the Most High said, man, he don't even want to hear that crap. I'm gonna blow that stuff up, man. Don't come at me with that stuff. Don't say that you cast out demons in my name. Don't say none of that. Because when it comes down to it, you're gonna have a choice. You have the knowledge that you need to equip yourself with the deceitfulness that's going on in this world. And I ain't gonna hear it, man. That's what the Most High said. I ain't gonna hear it. I gave you that chance. Israelites, I love you guys, man. I hope you guys crush the enemy today. Don't celebrate that stuff. Don't even put money into it, man. Don't do anything. Today should just been another regular day for you to read your Bible and have a good time with Yah, you know, and to pray and to thank Him each and every day for breathing, to giving you life, and for our future to have eternal life, and the kingdom is ours. We got next. Shalom.